What's up, guys? Aquarium Conversations back here again with another video. I haven't done an unboxing for a while now. Especially haven't done an unboxing on a top fin product in a while. Um, but as you guys know, I'm a big fan of internal filters. I believe all of my tanks that are up and running, I have used some sort of internal filter. And probably a lot of the tanks that I've taken down have had internal filters. I like a lot of cases they're easier to hide. You don't really have anything sticking out above the tank, like a hang on the back filter. Again, there's nothing wrong with the hang on the back filter. But I was in PetSmart today and was walking through the, aquarium and fish tank aisles, and this particular item caught my attention. This is, sorry about the glare, top fin 3-stage. I don't know if you can see that 3-stage filtration system. It is internal. It's made for 40 gallons. Quietly filters 171 gallons per hour. But this is kind of what I was really intrigued on, because I saw this picture with the bio balls and things like that in the sponge, so I picked it up. Will I keep it? I don't know, but I want to do an unboxing, maybe put it on the tank and see what it has to offer. So I'm going to open it up here in a second, take a look at it. Before I do that, here's just, you want to look at some of the contents or, descriptions on the box. You can pause the video, take a look at that if you can see that. Here's the back. Again, I apologize about the glare. Pause that, take a look at it. Here's the other side. So let me pause the video, we'll get it open, we'll take a look at it. So in the contents of the box, you get a little instruction manual. I'm going to put that to the side. You get a little bit of a spray bar that attaches. If you guys can see, there's attached here. There's your spray bar, which you can use there in the tank. We'll set that aside for now. But here is essentially what I was really interested in, just this setup right here where you have the sponges on one side and the biomedia here. Let's look at the back. You got some suction cups here that will stick to essentially the back or the side of your aquarium. You can see here's a little tab right here. It says pull, which is essentially for doing maintenance. How do I do this? So we'll pull this apart. And hopefully this comes apart. Okay, there we go. So that comes apart there. Inside here is your impeller. I believe this pops off. And then you can get to your impeller inside there. It's a pretty decent sized impeller. That goes back on. You've got your flow adjuster here. And you can see how the flow adjuster works right there. There's your impeller again inside. So we'll set that aside. And so essentially the water will get sucked in through here, go through the sponges, and then come through the media section right here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these sponges, this back part comes off. There we go. These sponges here have carbon in them. You can see that. That'll help clear up the water. Just be careful if you're using carbon and you're using plant fertilizers. That will kind of neutralize that. But this is the part I thought was really, really cool. I mean, look at the amount of bio rings that come in here. And look at essentially the amount of, room you have for biological bacteria to grow. I thought that was the coolest thing. In a lot of ways, it's set up like a canister filter. I am still doing research on canister filters and essentially how they work. But in my eyes, this is set up very similar to that, with the water coming in from the side, the sponges going through the media, coming back out the outtake of the filter. So what I'm going to do now, like I always do, I'm going to fill up a little tank here with some water, plug it in, kind of give a little demonstration of how it works and go from there and really see if it's something that I can see myself using or even recommending. But right now, it's definitely unique. I've made some comments about Top Fin before and a lot of their products. I think this is definitely a step in the right direction for them, for the aquarium hobby, excuse me. But I guess time will tell whether or not it's worthy of a recommendation. But at first glance, and I think that it's only $30. It's made for a 40-gallon tank, 171 gallons per hour. So all those are good numbers. We'll look at the performance here in a second. So let me get a tank up with some water in it. Be right back. All right, guys, back in the kitchen. I may or may not get wet doing this. I grabbed the lightest tank I could find, which was a 5-gallon tank. Maybe not the best decision, but hell, what can you do? So I'm going to plug it in, but just to kind of give you a look, essentially a pardon the reflection, but there's the tank. So the water is going to come in from here, go through the media balls, and I attach the spray bar. It'll come out. Sorry about the blurriness. It'll come out right there. So let's plug it in and see what happens. All right, so we got some action. Obviously, it's pushing water around here, no problem. You can see the spray bar, which I would probably recommend using just to kind of get some surface agitation, which you can see there. The water might be a little dusty because I didn't really wash off the media, but again, I don't know. I'm impressed with this thing. The flow, maybe not necessarily for a 40-gallon, maybe a 30-gallon or even 29, something like that. But there's decent amount of water movement here. It's quiet. I don't hear a whole lot of noise from it. I don't know if there's a view from the side, but definitely a really cool concept. The more I let it run and look at it, I must say I'm impressed. If there was a downside to it, I would say maybe the size of it, but I mean it's functional. It's got some really functional space. Is this something I want to hold on to? Probably. I see myself using it. I definitely love the idea of just having all that space for biological bacteria to grow. So I definitely see that as a bonus. I also see this section over here, probably even being able to add a little more sponge, or maybe cutting a sponge here and taking some of the media out. We'll see. Maintenance, that might be a little bit of a handful because that back compartment needs to come off. That might be a little bit of a hassle with water changes, but for $30, as they say, you get what you pay for. And I really think in this little package here, you're getting a decent amount. You really are. You're getting a really compelling package for $30. So let me know what you guys think. Any comments or questions, leave them down below. Hope this video was informative enough. Maybe you'll go out and pick up one yourself. But let me know what you guys think. As always, talk to you guys down the road. Bye. Alright guys, so I apologize. One thing I forgot to do with this filter. Remember I said it had an adjuster right there. Let me see if I can get rid of some of the bubbles. Remember I said there was an adjuster right there. Remember I said this flow didn't look strong enough for a 40. So watch this, and I might get a little wet. So I'm going to turn this thing, because it was actually all the way down. So let me turn this thing up. And you can really see the water start to increase there. And there's a really substantial difference in the flow there. So, that would probably be suffice for a 40-gallon. Knowing me, I'll probably have a sponge filter or another internal filter, something like that. But there's definitely quite a bit of difference in flow from full to where I originally had it. You can see the difference there. That's all the way down. And then that's all the way up. So it looks like there's a pretty solid difference. You can see how fast the water's moving there. So just wanted to point that out. Apologize for missing that before, but again, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later.